Gore, my next guest, is a Delawarean and an unusual man with an unusual approach to corporate management. His approach is none at all. He has a corporation called W.L. Gore and Associates Incorporated that has no officers, no titles, no structure. Seems to be organized chaos, and yet it has become a very creative place where such materials as Gore-Tex have become instrumental in our world and our society. Part of our space program, part of sports, outerwear, ski clothing, and many, many other things. He left the DuPont company in 1957 to start his new company, and it has grown and now has over 4,000 people working for the company worldwide. And it's a pleasure and honor to welcome this Delawarean to Focus Delaware, Bill Gore. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, there is, in spite of the fact that we have no authoritarian titles, we have no bosses, we do have a very complex structure of leadership. And leaders emerge in a team because of their particular skill or knowledge or whatever. And then we have another system we call the sponsorship system, which is kind of a joint friendship concern. And a sponsor is an associate's positive advocate, in the sense that whenever you do something good, why, your sponsor sees to it that you are recognized for what you have done. And also the sponsor is a kind of a mentor, particularly for beginning associates, to help get them started, to show them the ropes, to teach them how to get things done, to introduce them, and to teach them something about the philosophies and culture that we work with.
Well, do you find this, therefore, provides a more conducive atmosphere for the development of new ideas, innovative ideas?
Yes, well, new ideas and innovations come from freedom. When human beings have the freedom to try new things, to experiment, they discover many new things. Human beings are naturally and inherently curious and inventive and creative and imaginative. And when they're given the freedom to utilize this, strange things come from it. It is true, however, that freedom has to be restrained to some degree by certain responsibilities and certain requirements that naturally arise when teams of people have to work together, are working together. But we do our best to try and maximize freedom. Out of it comes the expectation and the actuality that we make many mistakes, but in addition to making mistakes, we also innovate, make new inventions, and find more productive ways of doing things.
Well, with all the potential that your products have, I just wish you the best in your future endeavors, and you're a Delawarean that we can all be proud of. Thank you for joining us on Focus Delaware.
We do have a pretty unique philosophy here. It's different than a lot of other places.
And what the culture does is allow those individuals to be able to have passion around what they do.
No matter where you work, you've got a reason you get up and go to work in the morning. Either, I'm going to advance to, be a manager, and then a manager's manager, and then CEO, and I've got that, super drive to climb the ladder. Or maybe I do it because, I just want the paycheck. But, at Gore, I think it's a little different.
I tell people every day, my mind is moving, I'm problem solving, I'm trying to figure things out.
Everybody at Gore is up to something. And when I say everybody at Gore is up to something, it's not that they're, up to something that somebody told them to do. They're up to something they want to go do. So sponsorship is one of those other kind of concepts that's a bit unique to Gore.
Being here for 30 years now, I've probably sponsored dozens of people. Still do. And I bring those lessons with me to try to help people see the strengths and positives that they have in themselves. And in the end, I've seen that equates to happiness.
At Gore, the culture is such that it's very based on one-to-one communication. It's based on establishing relationships. So part of working within that culture in a global environment is traveling the world and meeting these people. And I feel like over my 20s, I've probably experienced more than I ever thought I would get out of the whole gig.
It's wonderful to still be able to grow. A learner is not a bad hat to wear.
I've been able to change jobs without leaving one company. And to me, that's kept me healthy. It's kept me vibrant, I'll say. And it's kept me happy. You have all the products and everything else that goes behind it. They're great products, but none of that happens without the culture and the people.